Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too because you are listening to content like this. The name of this channel is Holistic Manifesting because I believe in a whole body, whole mind, and whole being experience when it comes to manifesting these amazing lives that we're choosing, right? What I'm talking about today is the importance of knowing, but what to expect after a major breakthrough. Now, these are some of the unexpected feelings that people have because we hear about the other things after a breakthrough. You'll be excited, you'll be able to strut, you have all this power, you feel confident in yourself, you feel like your self-worth is risen. We talk about all these wonderful things. But there's a flip side to having your breakthroughs happen, right? That rarely gets discussed. And it's because a lot of people want to see certain things in your life, like getting things that you want or getting things that you're excited about, as like this rainbows and butterfly and unicorn fairy tale, as if there's not a flip side to every single thing that we want in this life, right? So these are 5 feelings that are unexpected that a lot of people go through after a breakthrough, even though they're excited about the breakthrough, so it's a mixture. So number 1 is a sadness, right? It's like a deep mourning for what used to be. So even though we might have been in circumstances or situations and environments to where we were really ready to go, like this is not working, this is not what it is, this is not where I want to be. There's no environments for the most part that are just like 100% awful, right? There's always something that we can latch on to and say, I actually enjoyed that about it. I actually enjoyed this about it. I actually wouldn't mind doing that more, So we have to remember that we're still human at the end of the day. And even though we're excited to move on to the next thing, the old thing sometimes still can cause us sadness because you're just like, oh, I love that job. I love working with those people. I've outgrown it, and I know I need to move on, but so there's a sadness that you mourn what is gone, what no longer is attached to your life, right? Number 2 is a lot of people experience a high level of dissatisfaction because it's sort of like, I said this once before. It was on a session on Quora, like questions. Someone was asking about life. And I was saying that there's a general dissatisfaction that comes along with achieving specific goals or getting things that you truly, truly want. I said, and most of it is because you're looking for this external gratification when really your gratification should be internal because it's longer lasting. It's more reliable. It's more contented. It's not like really high and really low. Like it's more steady. So having that internal contentment is a lot better on a long-term perspective as opposed to trying to allow these breakthroughs or these manifestations that you truly want to create this level of excitement in you, because it always does. It'll be really exciting at the beginning, and then there'll be a level of dissatisfaction. And from that dissatisfaction is generally where people start deciding, I want to go do this other thing, right? So we just have to keep that in mind. Also, with the general dissatisfaction that a lot of people will experience, they won't always share that part. They won't always say to other people that this is what I'm going through because they might feel ashamed. They're ashamed because they really got what they wanted, but now they find themselves not satisfied with it. And that's what happens a lot. So number 3 is you might also find that you have zero interest in sharing it with other people. So how if it's something that you really wanted to accomplish, to do, to be, to have, and when you finally get to the place where that thing is in your life and it's tangible and you have access to it and you're excited about it, you may often feel that you don't even want to share it with other people. And I find this a true marker of having real strong self-confidence and real strong self-reflection is because you realize that other people can't really get you excited about the stuff that you're creating in your life the way that you can. And sometimes they're bringing it to other people because they're not on the same page as you are, that it's not going to be an exciting celebration. So a lot of times what you'll find after a breakthrough that you just have zero interest in sharing it with people. You just want to keep it to yourself because you might want to, prolong the excitement that you have, that internal, excitement that you have about something that you're doing. And then you also might feel like there's nobody to really share it with. And if you bring it somewhere, it's not going to be put on the highest level. And then you're going to feel negative about your breakthrough, right? Number 4 is we often experience a desire for stillness. So when we're creating and developing and we're manifesting and we get a big breakthrough that we've been waiting on, because there's always small ones every day and we're always moving the needle. But when we get those things that finally push forward, right? Like that marriage that people have been wanting finally is created, that, degree is finally captured, that job is finally done, that business finally made so much money this year. Those huge milestones that we get excited about, that person is having that baby they always wanted to have, right? We get these huge milestones and we find that we just want to keep still afterwards, like we're exhausted. So you'll find that after breakthroughs, you have a strong desire for stillness. And it's not like laziness, because a lot of times when we're on a roll and we're getting these breakthroughs and we're manifesting things and we see ourselves showing up in the world exactly as the way that we want to be seen, we start pushing more and more and more energy towards it, when really we don't have to be so vigorous and we don't have to fight so hard, because the universe is already showing us that what we're doing is working for us, because we're getting all this feedback. But sometimes we think, let me get a little more control, and we start getting all haphazard and doing all this action that doesn't really get us anywhere, right? So you'll find that when you're truly evolving and ascending and you get into those good spaces, those good head spaces, those great spiritual places and all that, you desire stillness. You just like, I'm so exhausted with pushing and pulling and moving and going. I really just want to keep still for a while and listen to what Source has for me. And number 5 is you feel isolated. And most of the time, the isolation, this might piggyback off of the number 3, but it's a little bit different, because you feel isolated in a sense that even though you want to share and you want to be a part of things, you have no one around or no people around, no specific type of people around to share these things with. So it's not like you're trying to isolate yourself and you're trying to be distant from other people. It's just that the options that you have are not the place where you want, to share your breakthrough, or you want to bask in your breakthrough, right? Sometimes the best celebration is just all by yourself. I've accomplished many things in life where I went and bought my favorite meal, and I went and got some type of fancy coffee that I really like. And I went and sat at, a waterfront, because I used to do that a lot. And I would sit in the car and just bask in what was created, what I helped co-create in my life. And a lot of times we get to that place where we prefer the isolation, and we think we're like, oh, I'm doing these great things. I'm so excited. I'm bringing all this excitement to other people. And you would think that, let me go be amongst the people, my tribe, or the people that I'm excited, to share this information with, or to share my life with. But what you'll find sometimes is that you really, truly are isolated. And it's mostly because you've reached a new level, a new pinnacle, and you've reached a new place in your life. But the people, places, and things, those things haven't caught up with you yet. So you find yourself alone probably way more often than what you prefer, right? Anyway, so that is what to expect after a major breakthrough. Some signs that we rarely talk about, and not the fluffy ones, but just some feelings that we don't expect, but they're very much so there quite often. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.